Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel, The Holistic Boss. It's Coach Renee, your holistic health and wellness strategist. And today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. As you can see behind me on the board here, we are going to learn what it takes to heal chronic inflammation inside of that body of yours, right? I know this has been a super hot topic lately from the comments that I've received. And I know that I've done many videos trying to help you uncover how to rid the inflammation of your body, right? From your body. I've talked about how we get inflammation, where it comes from. So now I'm going to talk about what to avoid to keep the inflammation at bay, right? But before I talk about what is it that you need to stop doing or eating and start including to get rid of this chronic inflammation, I am going to define inflammation. What is inflammation, right? We know that inflammation comes from outside forces like the environment. We know it comes from genetically modified organisms in our food. We know it comes from, the products that we use on our bodies to cleanse our hair, our face, our body. We know it comes from the products that we use to clean our homes, because why? Some of these products that we're using have chemicals inside of those beautiful smelling products, right? So let's dive in and dissect what it means to get rid of this inflammation and heal. As you can see, heal is green. That means we want to heal, get rid of, cure, whatever that thing is, right? We don't want it no more. So that's green. Chronic means that is yellow. It's getting into our system. It's slowly moving in on us, right? Inflammation, red, is on fire. Our body is on fire, which means that our bodies are so inflamed that we are now in pain, right? This is what's causing most of the pain that you are feeling at this time is inflammation buildup. And sometimes the inflammation is not always from foods that we eat or from the liquids that we drink that are not good for our bodies, but it could be from an accident, right? Or it could be from it could be from medication, the wrong medication that you are taking. We don't know, right? But today's video, I want to talk specifically about the inflammation that is coming from the foods that you're eating or not eating, right? So that's where we're going to stay focused today, and which causes all sorts of diseases. Inflammation causes all sorts of diseases, from all the way from heart disease to cancer, from cancer to, body aches and pains, you name it. That's what we are dealing with on a regular basis. So as I said, inflammation is like a burning fire. Oftentimes it's red. Your body is red, or your body might be swelling. It could be in pain. And even you might feel tenderness in certain areas of your body. Like, a lot of comments, I received a lot of comments about inflammation. You can't hardly move your legs. You can't move, certain parts of your body. And I know that is no joke. I have been there more than once, where my body was so inflamed. It was due to stress, and probably eating something wrong that I had no business eating. Our bodies are so tender and so fragile sometimes that the slightest wrong food, could start that inflammation process rapidly. So as we know that we first get a sign of pain, right? If we ignore that pain, we keep ignoring that pain, then inflammation is going to continue to build up if we're not doing anything to get rid of that inflammation. So inflammation turns into pain. Pain turns into disease. Disease potentially could turn into something more catastrophic. And we don't want that, right? Which is why I want to help you prevent and disrupt the onset of inflammation. Get that inflammation outside of your body. And I know I've ran these videos in the ground with juices and smoothies and different foods, trying to help you understand that it is a lifestyle. When you adopt a holistic way of living, it is a lifestyle for the rest of your life. It's not just a one-time fix, but you have to adopt this lifestyle on a regular basis every day. You know, sometimes we might get off our path to holistic eating, and it's okay, right? But just get back on. If you drop off, get back on so you don't get that pain and that suffering, because it's no joke to be in pain. I have been there, like I said, more than once. So, you know, pain, inflammation is a form of repair, right? And repair means to fix. Just like you're going to fix your cars, you're going to fix a hole in the wall at your home, you're going to fix a tire that's flat, right? Inflammation is like something that we need to repair. It is a fire that's burning out of control in our bodies that we need to put out. How do we get that fire put out, that flame put out inside of our bodies, right? Well, one of the ways we can do this is we can minimize or eliminate the foods that's causing inflammation build up in our body. And what are those foods? We've heard about these foods over and over and over again. And you probably know them just as well as I do, right? Sugar. White sugar is not good for inflammation. We got to cut that sugar out, cut it out, replace it with something more healthier, right? I know you cook cookies, you cook pastries, you cook cakes, and you put sugars in your coffee, your tea. That's sugar overload, right? Your body is suffocated with sugar. You have to change your sugar intake or remove it, right? Added sugar is not good for the body. Natural sugars, like from fruits, is fine, but you can also overload that if you eat too many of a certain type of fruit. So I talk about diversifying. We have to diversify our fruits and our vegetables and all our foods that we eat, so our bodies don't get so stuck on that one particular thing, right? So how do you replace your sugar with something more healthier? Well, if you use honey, if you use maple syrup, that's, a better alternative than this white sugar that's killing us, right? All of these refined starches and things like pasta. This white pasta is killing our bodies, right? Too much pasta turns into sugar, right? If we want to do pasta until we can get off of that pasta for a while, do gluten-free, because some of you may have gluten allergies and don't realize it, right? Because that's a form could also enhance that inflammation inside of your body. So watch your sugar intake, eliminate that sugar intake, use an alternative sugar, and remove some of this white pasta, white pastries, these donuts, these cookies, these cakes, too much sugar overload, right? This is causing all of the inflammation in the body, and it builds up over time, over the years and months. Right? We've been doing this, probably eating these cookies and cakes and pastries and donuts since we were kids, and we're still eating them. We got to get off of that kick if we want to heal our bodies naturally, right? And I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but we've been hearing about how can I get out of pain, get rid of this chronic inflammation. Change your diet. Change your diet. Beautiful. Let's get off of this sugar. I know I hear many people, even those who are vegan and vegetarians, they still tell me, they share with me that their problem is sweets. Well, it's not going to do their bodies any good if they're vegetarian, vegan, and they're still piling on the sugar from these cookies and cakes and pastries, right? To replace whatever it is, right? So this is what we want to do. So I said sugar, I said pasta, bread. Bread is full of gluten. You eat all this white bread and this wheat bread, it could still turn into too much starch, right? All this starch turns into sugar. And our bodies cannot take all of this, right? And so it starts to figure out, how can I breathe? It's not breathing. Our bodies are not breathing. It's suffocating with all this sugar and starch, right? Next, we're going to have to eliminate, cut down on our meat intake, right? Especially red meat. Too much of this meat is clogging up our bodies, right? It cannot breathe. It's hard on our digestive tract, our digestive system, and it's causing inflammation because it takes longer to digest meat than it does vegetables, grains, beans, seed, all that, right? So we have to either cut down, cut back, or eliminate meat, at least for a few weeks. I want to say give yourself 2 weeks without sugar, starches, meat, bread, all of this for 2 weeks, and see how your body starts to react. See how your body feels. I know it's going to react, with some kind of withdrawals, right? You're probably going to have some kind of withdrawals because your body has been so used to eating these types of foods for so long, right? But if you want to get out of pain, get rid of your pain, you have to get rid of the inflammation. If you want to get rid of the pain, the inflammation, you have to change your diet, right? Not only your diet, but you have to change your mindset. And I talked about that on my last video, how we have to change our mindset. And so we want to heal our bodies naturally. Heal means to get rid of, to cure whatever that thing is that's going on inside of our bodies, right? Heal chronic. Chronic is ongoing. Chronic means that it can turn into diabetes. It can turn into heart disease. It can turn into cancer if we keep eating all of these foods that are not doing our bodies any good, right? And then we have the inflammation buildup, which is causing the pain inside of our body. We have to do these things to do it for yourself. You love yourself. Change your health, your eating habits, right? And not only is it the eating habits, it is the activity. We have to move our bodies. If you're not able to move your body, like walking or, playing some kind of sports like tennis, racquetball, ping pong, table tennis, golf. If you're not able to do any of those because you're not able to walk, without pain, then there are chair exercises that you should be doing, right? You should be moving your limbs, allowing the blood to flow through your body, right? There are weights that you can get, chair weights, to move your feet, your legs, so you can have blood circulating throughout your body while you're in this sitting position until you can, get in a position to where you can then start walking and exercising and feeling great, right? But we have to get this food thing down so we can begin that healing process on its own. Again, sugar, pasta, red meat, or any meat, really, when you eat too much of it. You need to slow down on the meat, right? Eliminate it. If you're eating meat every single day, more than once a day, then cut it down to like a couple of times a day, right? Or a couple of times a week, rather, right? If you can eliminate meat altogether, give your body 2 weeks to begin the natural healing process. That would be even better, right? Because food that's grown from the ground, plants, seeds, we have beans, legumes, right? Fruits, all these fruits and vegetables our bodies need. They're easy on the digestive tract, right? And when we are clogged up from all of this other food that's not healthy for our bodies, then we are not able to eliminate the waste inside, right? And therefore, it's causing us pain and agony, right? And I on this channel, I like to tell you what to include in your diet as opposed to telling you what to exclude. But I've been getting so many comments and questions about how can I get rid of this inflammation? How can I get rid of this pain, right? And it just breaks my heart really to hear so many people are in pain. Now, if you have, I'll say this again, and I've said this more than once, there is over 100 different types of arthritis. Arthritis, ITIS, once again, stands for inflammation. ARTHR stands for joint. If you have arthritis, that means you have inflammation of your joints. Excuse me. If you have osteoarthritis, osteo is bone. That means you have inflammation in your bones, right? There's rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation of your immune system. There's so many different types, and I cannot sit here and tell you every single type of arthritis there is. But anytime a word is ending in ITIS, that stands for itis, inflammation. Inflammation is somewhere in your body. Sinusitis, we know what that is, inflammation of the sinuses, right? When we are outside in the environment, we breathe in toxins, environmental toxins from the fumes, from the petrol, the gas that we pump in our cars, right? From the pollen, from the trees, all of that we're breathing in our nose, in our nostrils. So therefore, if we are sensitive to whatever is out there in the environment, we perhaps may get sinusitis, right? Inflammation of the sinuses. So it's important that we attend to every part of our body, not just our bones, but our nose, our ears. We can get rhinitis, inflammation in our ears. There's so many type of inflammations. But what we want to focus on is how do we get rid of it? How do we continue to cleanse our bodies of this inflammation? We have to drink plenty of water, clean water, pure water, whether it's osmosis, whether it's spring water, whether it's if you're going to use tap water, you want to make sure you have a filter on your faucet or your sink, because you don't want to put more chemicals inside of your body, right? When you're trying to cleanse it. So drink plenty of liquids. I know many of us, we are in the heat wave. Most of the states that we're living in right now, and even other countries, are at 100 degrees or more, right? 90 degrees and up. So what does that say? We need to make sure that we are staying hydrated. Our bodies need to be hydrated. We need to drink green juices, right? Something that's going to continue to cleanse our body of these toxins. We have to help push them out. They're easy to get inside of us, right? Because we're breathing them in. We're talking as we're walking. We're just in and out of the outdoors, right? So we want to always make sure that we are getting our liquids. And I talk about this. The first thing in the morning, you want to get some form of liquid in your body, whether it's you want to do both, one of both. You want to do your pure water. You want to do your green juices. You want to do your lemon and water, your lime and water. Just get that liquid in your body so you can push those toxins out from the day before, right? And then you want to have yourself a nice, healthy meal. You want to do your breakfast, you want to do your lunch, and you want to do your dinner. And I know you say probably, Coach Renee, I don't like breakfast. I don't do breakfast. Okay, so we have to start implementing some healthier habits that we don't do, right? This is how we are going to begin the healing process, the natural healing process for our minds, our bodies, and our entire soul. We have to implement new, healthier habits and get rid of those old habits because it's not doing us any good, right? And I told you about a secret a couple of weeks ago on one of my videos. And the secret is when you eat multiple times a day, you can lose the weight much faster and sustain that weight. I've been able to sustain my weight for years, after years and years. And, it's because of the healthy habits that I continue to follow. It's not easy in the beginning, but I promise you, when you start implementing these healthier habits, you're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to have so much energy. You're going to sleep better during the night. You're going to sleep peaceful, right? Without any interruptions in the night. Who wants to be interrupted when they have been asleep for 6 hours already, or 5 hours, and then they have to get up because they have to go to the bathroom? We don't want to do the 2 a.m. bathroom breaks, right? We want to sleep until it's time for us to get up the next morning, until your alarm goes off or until you wake up naturally, right? I wake up naturally. I don't like to be interrupted by alarms, right? Or any other thing. Let me wake up naturally. And that's what I want to see for you. So again, I talked about what foods to remove from your diet, eliminate, and or minimize until you can eliminate them altogether. Because once you start including healthier habits, healthier foods, you are not going to want those unhealthy foods anymore, right? So sugar, number one, white starches, refined sugars and flours and starches, right? Anything that's white is really not good for you. When you talk about white flour, white sugar, white rice, depending on what type of the rice is, and I know that's another video, but it depends on, the white rice and how it was processed, right? So there's so many things out there, I know, and it's no wonder you're confused, probably, because it's a lot. And when I first was diagnosed with a gluten intolerance, I was like, what can I eat? There's nothing for me to eat because everything has gluten in it. Ketchup has gluten in it. Bread has gluten, right? Pasta has gluten. I keep saying ketchup, right? So it was frustrating for me at the time. And I know it probably is for you, but I promise you, I got through that phase of my life, right? And here I am today. So I know you can do this, right? You have plenty of healthier choices. You can switch out your rice for quinoa. And if you don't know how to cook quinoa, it's so simple. You can look on that package, and if you follow those direct instructions, you're going to have a beautiful bowl of quinoa or pot of quinoa, right? And you can dress it up with some herbs and spices, and add some legumes, some beans, avocado to that, watercress, some type of green vegetable, and you're going to have yourself a full course meal. And I know I talk about quinoa a lot because it has a lot of protein. It has 14 amino acids in it, right? So there's plenty of healthier choices that we can be eating that's going to begin the healing process for our body. So again, you want to eliminate those things, eliminate or minimize your intake of meat, especially red meat, right? That is clogging you up. And many of you probably say, well, I do fine. But if you're watching this video and you're suffering from any type of inflammation in your body, this is for you, right? You want to start watching your diet, watching what you eat. Grab a diary, a food diary, so you can keep track of the foods that you're eating. If you're drinking unhealthy drinks, you want to minimize and or eliminate that. I'm talking about soda, right? There's sugar, and sugar inside those sodas, those carbonated, those drinks, right? If you're drinking other drinks, you know what those drinks could be? Minimize and eliminate that also, right? Find healthier alternatives for your health and your well-being. And I promise you, you will get out of all of this pain and the suffering. Now, if you have some other type of pain that's going on that's more than what I'm talking about today, because I'm specifically talking about how to heal chronic inflammation inside the body. inflammation that's coming from the environment, that's coming from toxic foods, right? Foods that have GMOs, genetically modified organisms in it. You know, all these potato chips, all of these Doritos, all of these cookies, these cakes, this candy, right? All of this sugar is just piling up. That's causing all of these illnesses, right? So inflammation leads to disease. Once again, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, so many more diseases that it'll probably take me too long to name. But that's what's contributing to your pain. So you have to give up something in order to heal. And it's hard, it's tough, but you can do it. If you want to get out of this pain, promise to yourself, make a promise to yourself, I'm going to do this, I can do it. Grab a buddy, grab somebody that's going to be a support to you, that's going to say, I'm with you, I support you. We can do it together, whether you're a husband and wife team, if you're just a single person, grab your sister, your brother, somebody to say, hey, I need your help. Can you be my cheerleader, right? Can you be my my partner, my buddy, whatever it is? If you need to grab a hold of somebody else that holds you accountable, your accountability partner, grab him or her and say, look, I'm trying to get out of this pain. I've been in this pain for 20 years, right? I'm sick of it. I don't want it. And that's what happens, right? I remember I used to love ice cream. It was a simple ice cream, vanilla bean, right? That was my favorite ice cream. And I would go and find it at the marble slab, right? the most richest ice cream that there is, right? I would buy gallons of that ice cream and I would eat a full cup every night after dinner. That was my comfort for whatever reason. I love ice cream, right? And so one day I went cold turkey and I stopped it and I haven't looked back. And so when we want to do something, we make up in our minds, we tell ourselves, I'm sick and I'm tired and I want it no more. And that's when you're going to take that action. You have to take action. Be responsible for what's happening in your life right now, right? And you will witness the benefits later. But until you act upon this pain and this suffering, this inflammation that's running wild, rampant in the body, nothing is going to change, right? If you are trying to suppress it, this pain, this inflammation with something else that's not working, it's time to look at the real picture, right? It's food. Some of us are addicted to certain foods. I was addicted to ice cream, right? Some of you are addicted to cakes and cookies and chips, potato chips, right? Corn chips. Some of us were addicted to certain foods, right? Mac and cheese, potatoes, meat. I've been there. I was there, right? We grew up on this stuff. Most of us grew up on all of this stuff. And it took all those years from kids, from childhood to adulthood for us to start reaping the unhealthy benefits of the bad food that we might have been eating as we were younger. And so now we have to fix it, right? And we can fix it. We can. It is doable. I promise you it's doable, right? So let's get on the healthy wagon, the holistic way of living, and let's remove this chronic inflammation from our body, right? And again, drink plenty of water, green liquids, healthy food, fruits, more vegetables, green vegetables, more plants, more seeds, more legumes, beans. When you include all of these things, you're going to get all the protein you need. You're going to get all the healthy omega-3s that you need, the healthy fats. When you include avocados also, ladies, help to balance those hormones of yours. So we need healthy fats. You can get healthy fats from chia seeds. You know, make smoothies. Put those chia seeds in your smoothies. There's so much that you can do. So go watch my videos on how I did all the juices when I did the 7-day juice cleanse a few months ago. Go watch those videos, right? I have plenty of videos on inflammation, how you can get rid of your inflammation. You cannot get rid of inflammation by just doing one drink for 2 days or for 2 weeks. It is an ongoing process, because if you're in chronic pain, you have had this chronic pain for so long, you are going to have to drink green juices, water, on this regimen for a while until you start to see results. It's not a one-time fix, right? Again, on this holistic journey, it's a lifestyle, which means you have to change your current lifestyle in order to reap the benefits. Okay, beautiful? All right. So I know I probably beat this horse to death, but I just want to see you healing. I want to see more comments about what you're doing, how you're helping yourself, what action are you taking to get out of this pain, right? We can't keep suppressing the pain by covering it up. We can't keep covering up this pain by taking, whatever, right? We have to start eating our pain away. Healthier. We have to start eating healthier to remove this pain, to remove this inflammation, to remove this, this pain and suffering, right? And if you have some type of arthritis that I don't know anything about, perhaps it's something more serious. And so you have to continue to see your healthcare provider. And for those of you who are looking for naturopaths, there are naturopaths to holistic living. You can look that up. Google a naturopath in your area. They do holistic wellness, right? There are holistic doctors out there, if that's what you want, if that's the route that you want to take, right? Otherwise, you're going to have to stick with your medical provider that you have. If you want to change, then that's between you and your current doctor. But they are naturopathic doctors that take the holistic route, the wellness, holistic and health and wellness route, right? Look those up for your area. Contact them. Let them know what you're doing, what you're trying to do. You're trying to get out of this constant chronic pain, right? Can they help you? Absolutely, they can. They can take tests, to see where they can take lab work, do lab work to see where your minerals are, like your vitamin C levels, your vitamin D levels, your iron levels, all of those levels. You want to check those and make sure that they are up to par, because that could be another problem, right? There's so many things that could be going on is the reason why you might be in so much pain. I don't know, right? I'm here to help the best that I can. And so I'm here to educate, to motivate you into taking some form of action for your body. Take back control of your body, for your mind, your body, and your soul, because we need to nourish all three of those areas. If we miss any of it, then we're not going to be doing our bodies any good, right? All right, beautiful. All right, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by on my channel, The Holistic Boss. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, new content, and hit the bell. And hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and then go ahead and share it with all of those the circle of influence. That's all those who are in your circle of influence, right? Share this video so they too can know what it takes to heal chronic inflammation in the body. And the number one thing that it takes is to start eliminating things from your diet, and then start implementing the healthier foods and drinks, right? All right. All right. And please don't forget to read the description down below on my YouTube channel. There is a lot of information there for you. Don't miss out. All right. You stay tuned, beautiful, because I'm constantly working on things for you. So until next time, stay whole, healthy, and happy. All right. Take care.